All right. So, hi everybody, and welcome to our iSA-GIRL Power call. I hope you guys had a great week. I hope you're all staying warm. I think all of us are, all of us on tonight are in the cold Northeast. Oh, so we got to keep ourselves warm. Hey Maddie, welcome. So here's the thing. I want to talk about a couple things tonight, and unfortunately, or fortunately, we have a specific deadline coming up this Sunday, and I really, really, really want every single one of us that were asked to be part of this group to achieve the rank of Crystal Manager, or get back to that rank if you had already achieved it. And I want to talk about a couple things around that, and then I want to talk tonight more about mindset and belief, which is really 80 or 90% of success. So we're going to get into that. But for right now, just for starters, so the deadline is Sunday. And as I shared, hey Joe, as I shared with you guys, unfortunately, we're going to have to, whoever doesn't get it, and let's assume everyone does, because I want to talk about that for a moment. So some of you are already there. It's not a worry. Some of you have never gotten there before. So this is your opportunity to hit it. Some of you have gotten there, but kind of reverted because you lost a consultant or both consultants or whatever. So it's an opportunity to get back there. The only way that you can score points for this Grand Adventure Challenge is to be at the minimal level rank of manager. So as long as you stay at manager, you'll be able to accumulate points as you do the 4 things we talked about last week. Grow your cycles, enroll in people, rank adventure people, and stay at the minimal level of manager each week. So that's what's going to determine how many points you're earning for this challenge. Now, some of you might not really care about a trip to the Grand Cayman Islands. I get that. But what's really significant, and the analogy here, is this isn't about winning the trip. It's about doing something that you guys want to do anyway. You want to build your business. You want to create financial freedom, time freedom. You have an opportunity, as we all do. And this is the perfect opportunity within this little group that we have to run together to not only win a trip, but more importantly, to grow your business so that by the 6-month mark, by the end of June, you can be in a completely different place in your life financially. So I'm going to assume right now that every single one of us are going to get there. For those that need help, please, it's only Wednesday. So if you're not there and you feel like, well, how am I going to get 2 consultants by Sunday? Believe me, it's more than doable. It's only 6 people. It's you share, they share. That's it. So there's a way to do it. There's a strategy to do it. There's always a way. And it's really all about, like, how bad do you want it? How hungry are you for this? We started a couple weeks ago, and, maybe you're not working as hard as you should. Maybe you have too many doubts and fears in your head. Maybe something is getting in your way. Maybe you got some life going on, as we all do. So I understand that. But this is a pretty simple task to get to manager. And I want so bad for all of us to be there, because otherwise, unfortunately, I'm going to have to just take people out of the group. And that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. There's no judgment. It's only that this group is running to get to that level. And my thought is, because I was, just really spinning on it, like, I don't want to have to eliminate anybody. However, if there's anything like really pertinent that we do on a call, we'll save the recording. You can certainly, see the recording. It's not like this is so private and secret. It's just that we're going to be setting goals and really working hard once we start next week. Because Monday, we're going to actually see the first numbers, the first points to see where everyone's at. And we're going to be setting specific goals. And if we're not at that manager level, it's 0 points. You already pretty much blew too much of the initial challenge. So I just want you guys to know that. But I'm also going to say this. I'm available. So if you need my help, if you need me to help you strategize, if you're just kind of, you know, unsure about how to do it or what you need to do to make it happen by Sunday, please reach out to me. And it's really, again, like, how bad do you want it, right? If God forbid somebody kidnaps, your child, your spouse, your mom, somebody that you really love and care about, you're going to figure out a way to get the money or to do whatever it takes to get that person back, right? That's maybe a really stupid analogy. And maybe the pain at this point for you guys isn't painful enough. That's when you really need to dig down deep into your why. Why are you doing this to begin with? Is it about the freedom that you want to create for yourself time-wise so you can do whatever the heck you want to do whenever you want to do it with whoever you want to do it with? Is it about the money for you? Is it about saving the world, helping more people, being charitable? Whatever it is, you have to dig deeper and tap into that, so that is the driving force, because life is always going to get in our way. We can always make excuses, and we can always have the self-doubt and the fears and all the BS that goes on in our mind constantly, or we can get out of our own way and really create an amazing life for ourselves. And this is an opportunity to do that. It truly is. Imagine if you were making multiple 6 figures, 7 figures a year. It's not about the money for some of us, and it's nice to have money, but it's really like what the money can do and how we can live our life and how we can just be more impactful and more of a positive influence on the world, right? I mean, that's really it. So you want to, dig a little deeper, and if you're not doing what you feel like you need to be doing, you want to explore a little bit, because there's no reason, and I mean it, no reason that all of us can't be in this group after Sunday. So my wish and my intention is that we all are at that place. And so, having said that, tonight I do want to talk a little bit about mindset, because as I said before, it really is, most of it, it's what's going on in your thought process. And, one of our mentors, top money earner in our company, he's actually our upline, Jay Bennett, he talks about ABC, attitude, belief, and commitment. And yes, we need a positive attitude, right? And you guys do. So that's not something I need to harp on or get into. All of us, I wouldn't have picked you to be part of this if I didn't know that you have the attitude to be, that positive attitude, that winner attitude, that, giving attitude, authentic, all of that, right? So that's not something we need to harp on. Commitment is, I do feel like you all have the commitment, but it's the belief, it's the belief that is really, in my opinion, the most important aspect of it. So when we talk about belief, if we talk about the belief on a scale of 1 to 10, we have to really know that if we don't have that high belief in certain areas, and we'll kind of break it down, that's what we need to be working on. See, every one of us have the same exact opportunity. We all have the same exact amount of time in a day. We have the same exact products that we're sharing, the same tools that we're using. So, okay, so if we all have that, we have the same opportunity, then how come some people become 7-figure earners and some people struggle for years and years and never get past consultant? So it is that belief. It's the mindset, but it's the belief part of our mindset that is really going to make the difference. So on a scale of 1 to 10, you want to ask yourself, as far as the products go, I think all of us really feel very strongly about the power of our products. And what I always say, down the road, if you're fairly new or if you're not, if you ever start to just feel a little like, oh, wow, I'm like starting to gain weight back. Maybe these products don't work as well as I thought, or, oh, I'm feeling a little sluggish, or whatever, right? Because the products are wonderful, but there's still other influences on our health and our well-being. But I think the best thing to do when that happens is do a cleanse. You know, just do a cleanse, because it will bring you right back to that vibrancy that you initially fell in love with. So you need to have a 10 when it comes to your belief in our products, and get to know the products more and get to understand them, and, you know, how do they feel in your body and so forth. As far as the whole entire industry of network marketing, some people have a button on that. Some people, when they're sharing iSA-GIRL with others, they're a little ashamed. You know, you want to be proud. You want to stand, you know, tall about your network marketing professional. And if you have any lack of belief, and if you're not a 10 in the area of network marketing, then follow Eric Worre and follow some of the great leaders that have really taken network marketing to that level of respect, and, you know, knowing that it's a fantastic industry as long as you're with the right company. You know, the company itself, iSA-GIRL, you know, that's why events are so powerful, because you get to feel the heartthrob, you know, like the love of iSA-GIRL, the culture, the leaders, the corporate team. When you get to know that and get reminded of it every single time you go to a corporate event and meet more of the people and hear more of the people, your belief in the company will also increase. So you want to make sure that that's also at the level of a 10. And if it's not, get to the next event, get on a corporate call, like just do whatever it takes to get that belief really high. So it's the industry, and it's the company, and it's the products. But the most important belief you have to have is the belief in yourself. And I really honestly think, if we're just being completely transparent, that is the thing, right? It's like sometimes we just, you know, we either haven't developed that belief, we rely too much on other people's opinions. We're so afraid of what other people are going to think of us. What's it going to look like? You know, what if we fail? What if we succeed? You know, it's like all this fear and doubt. And I think, honestly, I think that's human beingness. I don't think anybody is without that. I really don't. There are levels of it, you know, but that's what personal development is all about. We work towards becoming better versions of ourselves. We step into our power, and we have the fear, but we do it anyway. We work towards our goals and dreams anyway, because why not? Like, why not? Why should someone else be successful and not us, right? So this is the stuff that you guys really, and I'm not saying you, not me, because we're all in this together, and we're all a work in progress. And I have not arrived, and I still work on myself every single day. And I have days where I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to do what, you know, like, we're, you know, so we all have that, right? We have, you know, we're emotional beings. We have good days, bad days. We have wall-kicking moments. We have weeks that everything's flowing and life is great. And then we have weeks or days that are just, they suck. You know, things are going wrong and people are nasty, and then, you know, who's sick in the family, or who's got what kind of stuff going on, or whatever. So nobody's exempt from any of that. But if you get really clear on your why and your vision, and then just work on yourself and know that when you're doing the right thing, and I really think that iSA-GIRL is a path with purpose. It really, truly is. It's a company that was divinely formed. I really, truly believe that. And the people that are attracted to it, and why you showed up in iSA-GIRL, like, you know, I really do believe it's all divine. And if you haven't read the book, The Universe Has Your Back, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's awesome. And think, you know, just talking about books, you know, flooding your mind with all of that and just continuing to work on yourself. But the real key is just knowing that if you are doing something that is really from your heart, authentically what you believe in, and you are on a path with purpose, there's no way you're going to fail. But you have to just push those self-doubts aside. You have to push those fears aside and just keep moving forward. And don't let anything stop you. And I'm talking about right now, between now and Sunday, like, you got to become a crystal manager. You just do. And then beyond that, we're going to just keep running and sharing with more people and getting more people inspired and healthier and happier and more freed up. Because the world is so broken, right? It's so broken. There's so many people that need what we have. They pray for what we have. So it's so selfish if we're not going to do that. If we're going to let our fears get in the way of us really sharing and making it happen and making a difference for others. So does that all make sense to you guys? Like, do you feel like that's what it is? Or, and I know some of you are running, so you're in the zone,
For me, that's what it was, Ina. I didn't have belief, like not necessarily in myself, but I guess in myself and in the company until I went to the event. I would just I didn't have like a clear vision, and then I went to that event, and for me, like once I lock onto something and you hit it right on the head, like you have to believe at a subconscious level that you can do it. Like you have to really be able, like I practice my speech on that stage. Like I think that I literally believe I'm going to be on that damn stage, like to a subconscious level. You have to really, really believe it inside, like at a very deep level before it ever happens. So for me, like going to the event, getting that concrete vision and that belief in myself, seeing, so come on guys, like those people on that stage, like they're nothing crazy. They're just average human beings,
That's
and
right.
I was just like, Jesus criminy, like I got to get running. This is crazy. We don't have time to sit on our butts,
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, that's what it was. It was the belief. And then once I got that down, I was like, as long as you stay consistent, just the law of gestation, right? We just don't know when it's going to happen as long as we keep ticking away, right? A good one for me was the rule of 5 by John Maxwell. It's having 5 different things that you're just like chipping away with. I'll explain the analogy. So it's like, basically if you chip away at a tree with a hammer, right, you're not going to get very far. But if you consistently chip away at a tree with an axe with the right tools, over time you will cut down the tree. So basically how it relates to network marketing is if you're doing high impactful things every single day, the right tool, the axe, right, chipping away at that tree consistently, eventually it's just a matter of time before the tree falls down. So that one, just a matter of time. Just
Absolutely.
time.
Yes. And that's so key. It's like, yes, the belief and the daily habits, the actions, because we have to stay consistent. And I'm so glad you said that, Maddie, because consistency is key. And there were times, many of you maybe, I know I have, you start and you stop, you start and you stop, and it's like, well, of course we're not going to get very far, even with the same tree analogy. It's like, no, it's not going to get anywhere if we're not working on it on a regular basis. So even though this group is more about running for the win, right? Running for the win, which is cool. We're locking arms. We're doing this together. What's the worst that can happen is we don't win the trip. Our business is a little slower than we wanted it to be, but as long as we're being consistent, moving forward, and having the right thoughts and breaking through our fears and doubts and getting to events, because yeah, they're powerful. There's so many people in our company that's what did it. They went to an event. Now we've all, I think maybe not Jill yet, and I don't know if Angie's on the call.
She's
not
not
everyone here has not been to an event, but most of us have, and we know the power of it. But sometimes it's the second event, the third event, the fourth event, the fifth event, the 20th event, and all of a sudden you get it. It's different levels of getting it. So thank you for sharing that, Maddie. That was really important. Anyone else want to share or have any concerns or like what's going on? Where are you at?
No, I agree with Maddie. I'm sorry, it's Lisa. Thank you. I agree with Maddie, though. I think that the event did a lot for us, especially me, because I'd really never done anything like this before. My husband did. So I don't know. I think that the event really made it real, maybe. So,
yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with Maddie too with the chipping away. You gotta just keep doing what you're doing, and everything will come into place, I think. So I don't know. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Absolutely.
You said a lot of the right stuff. I know, like, it really is about your belief in yourself. Like, Herb asked me 2 weeks ago about going executive. He's like, you don't believe it, do you? And I looked at him, you know, and it was almost like, what am I putting out there? You know what I mean? Like, and I really got like very clear, and I've been trying to visualize it every morning. Like, same thing as what Madison said, practicing your speech. I've been practicing my speech in the bathroom every single day. I have the outfit planned out. I have the shoes, like, in explicit detail. And like, I'm even going further into it, you know, and what I'm speaking to my team and what I'm saying. And I posted a picture of the Post-its, you know, so we, you know, you want to hit Crystal Manager again. There is no doubt that I'm going to be executive by March, and I put it up there, you know, and I'm attached to that. Like, I want that, you know, but it really is your belief. But hearing Herb ask me, like, you don't believe you do. And I looked at him with like this, like, rage. And I was like, I had to question myself. Do you believe it? And I do. And events are everything, you know, and you're right. It could be the 8th, the 10th, the 20th event. It doesn't matter. I've been to so many events. I thought this last one was really, really good. And just, I'm going to continue to set the intention, like, every day, setting the intention and giving value to people and starting the conversations, just doing the do, like making sure to be so ridiculously hungry and consistent with it. So yeah, but no, you're right. Belief is everything. I think you guys had a lot of good things to share.
Thank you. Thank you. And, you know, here's the thing too. And, you know, Claudia's been working with this for many years, as many of us have, Megan, and I mean, many of us have, with the whole, you know, the universal laws and manifestation. And, you know, it's also part of it, right? So maybe if you have never done a vision board, or, you know, Maddie and Bianca were kind of talking about, you know, seeing themselves and feeling that, you know, what they're going to say and what that's going to be like when they're on stage and achieve that certain rank, and, you know, all of that. So the more you can visualize, that's why vision boards are great, but also bringing the emotion into that. You know, it's the emotion that really helps with the manifestation. So if you haven't done that, or you haven't done it in a while and you just need to refresh, like, that's all good, really helpful tools to use to help us to achieve what we want. Because I really do believe, like, that, you know, it's so common that we just, you know, deep down there's some aspect of unworthiness, or, you know, or whatever. It's like all the BS, the story we tell ourselves, that we just got to quit. You know, it's, you know, the drunk monkey, or whatever they say about the voices in our head, that we need to just, the negative ones, we got to tell, shut up, and just really, you know, be self-empowered and step into our power so that we can do what we need to do here.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, sure.
You mentioned the book, right? So I'm reading the book, right? I have it right here. And she's talking about how to bring joy into everything into your life, right? We have a choice. We could either get upset, negative, feel pressure, feel all the negative emotions going into whatever it is that we're going to, or we can look into joy all the time. So, like, same thing. Sometimes I don't want to have a phone call. I had a phone call today. Meg was with me. It was like a little bit longer than what I wanted to, and it didn't quite go where I wanted to, but I didn't feel like taking in the call. And I had to, like, put it on and just find joy, you know, like, I'm going to talk to this girl. I mean, you have to, like, play that game in your head and intentionally find the joy in all the tasks that network marketing has to offer. You know, we like the end part. We like the, yeah, I'm going to enroll in a value pack. Then it's like, oh, easy stuff, right? But it's the conversations, and it's putting yourself out there and getting so uncomfortable that sometimes we don't feel like it. But if we find joy in that, like, all the time, intentionally, I find it easier. So she's saying that in the book. So when you had mentioned it, I'm trying to, like, do that, intentionally find joy in everything that I'm even learning about Canva. I'm trying to find joy in that.
Pick monkey, Bianca. Pick monkey.
Thanks for helping.
Maddie says pick monkey instead of Canva, huh?
Pick monkey is better. We're so good at.
I know. That's what we were looking at. That one. We were looking at, what was the other one? Adobe.
Sounds too. Pick monkey. So easy.
Well, Herb knows Canva now, so we're
okay. Guys, can I ask you a question? I haven't sold one dang value pack.
Girl,
it's my paradigm, but I don't know. I just don't even like go there. I didn't start with that. I started with the middle one. So
people do what you do. So it's really it's just it's a different conversation that you'll have. And we could do that if you want. We could do that next week as our call. We could do it privately, Maddie, you and I'll just tell you what I do. Yeah.
I'd like to know tomorrow so I can start doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a couple of YouTube videos that you can look up. How to sell a value pack. I think Jennifer Trinkner has her way of doing it. I'll share my way of doing it. It's all different, but I do enroll a lot of value packs.
You do? Okay.
Can I get in on that call too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too, please.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing I wanted to say really quick is in alignment with what we were just talking about, your energy, and how you are getting on the phone, how you're connecting with the people that you're meeting online, offline, whatever. So when we have those feelings of, not in the mood, having a bad day, shit's going on in your life, whatever, we have to shift into a higher vibration, a higher energy. Otherwise, we're not going to succeed. We're not going to attract anyone worthwhile. So just always keep that in mind. Check yourself. Am I feeling happy enough? Am I, uplifted? And if you're not, I don't know if you've ever done Tony Robbins, if you follow him, you have to get in that right state. For me, I'll jump up and down with my hands up in the air. I'll do stuff like that. I'll listen to cool music, whatever. But the best thing for me is I'll just help somebody else. Helping somebody else will pull me right out of my shit. So, just always check yourself, because you're not going to be effective if you're not feeling at a level of where people are going to want to even be, communicating with you.
There was actually a study for waitresses and waiters, Ina, where before they went to the table, they said good things like, I'm so grateful now that you're here and you're treating me well and you really resonate with me, all this good thoughts, right? And then they went and greeted them. Their tips increased by 30% or something, just by that premeditated.
That's awesome.
Intention, so there's something to be said about that.
Yeah. Love that. That's great. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Anyone else want to share anything?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time getting people offline.
Offline.
Yes. So I could get them to the text message stage, and then I can't get them to commit to a scheduled call.
Okay. And how are you going about, so will you say let's set up a time to talk, and then they just.
Yep. They almost just disregarded it and continue texting.
Okay. So you guys might have some other advice, because I don't really have a hard time getting someone on a call most of the time. 8 out of 10 times I can get someone on a call.
I never have, and I've been running into that a lot this week.
And are you connecting with them through what platform?
Instagram.
Mm-hmm. So now Bianca has that. Do you use that? That prospecting?
Well, I didn't know that was an open forum for us to send people to until last night.
Okay, I didn't either. Bianca's kept it a secret.
I definitely will.
Yeah, so now you can just, if they don't respond, keep in communication. I would keep in communication and say, hey, let me, and Bianca has the perfect verbiage, so let her coach you on that, of how to add them and tag them or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then just have a reason to reach out, hey, let's say there's a promo or new something or whatever. Let's say there's a promo. Listen, I have a special discount, so I'd love to at least talk to you, give you a little bit more information, find out a little bit more about what your goals and challenges are, see if this is a fit for you. And if it is, you're going to want to take advantage.
These are people that I've taken offline of being online as far as Facebook or Instagram, and we're texting, but now I can't get them to want to set up an actual call.
I have something, Meg. So I actually do not. So when you take them from Instagram to texting, it's just texting to texting, really. So I take them from Instagram to a Zoom or a call. Like skip the texting part. I mean, you can get their number. If I get their number, I put them on my phone as whatever, and then prospects that like that girl shared with us at the event. But I get them on the phone as soon as I can. Like I say so little. I'm just like, what is it that they're coming in from? Are you reaching out and starting the conversation, or are they clicking something and then you're following up?
Most of them are finding me, coming to my page, looking through my stories, and then inboxing me.
And what do they say? Like, hey, how do I lose weight or something?
They want to know what it is. What do you
Okay.
have?
So
what are you storing about?
okay, and then what do you say back generally?
I mean, I keep it very general, and I tell them that, you know, we offer many solutions. I would need to have a better understanding of what their goals are.
Yeah. So
I
even
could make a specific package for them.
yeah, so even that might scare people away, like goals, specific package, too many options, you know, especially on Instagram. All I say is, hey, it's kind of difficult to explain via text. LOL, do you mind if we get on a call? I don't say anything.
So you just totally okay. All
and
right.
then right before the call, I'll send them Isagenix Advantage and then get on the call. And that's it. That seems to work pretty well for Instagram.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's great.
I like that. Thank you.
Cool.
Doesn't always work. Sometimes you send the video and they're like, but
Right. Doesn't always work. That's right. Unfortunately, it's somewhat of a numbers game.
yeah.
I thought was someone else trying to ask something or say something?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Just to add to the visualization part, and I always need the reminder as well, it's not only about the visualization. You can do that all day, all week, all month long, and nothing is going to happen. So what Maddie said and Bianca is actually taking it to the next level. They are putting themselves into the situations they like to be in. They create a feeling. So it's all about the feeling, which creates the vibration you need to be in order to attract the situations that will get you there. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Because when you are feeling shitty and you just look at your vision board, nothing ever will gonna happen. So you have to feel, and it doesn't matter what you feel, the universe or whatever you want to call that force that is there at your disposal always doesn't distinguish between the words, it's distinguished between the feeling. So the vibration and the feeling creates the vibration, and that is answered. And when you take the actions, then the doors will open. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay.
Completely.
And one of my favorite expressions, which actually shouldn't really be, but is the harder I work, the luckier I get. Because not that it's the hard work, but it's the doing. Like a lot of people are just into the whole, oh, I'm just gonna, visualize, I'm gonna feel, I'm gonna imagine what it's gonna feel like, and yes, that's really, really powerful, but you have to do the work. The universe isn't just gonna say, here you go.
No.
Gotta be some action.
Sure, we are human beings and we're supposed to be, but we are here still in this 3D reality, and our body needs to be moved, we need to be fed, and we need to be doing as well accordingly. And that, will open one door after the other. And we can go this path, and then it doesn't work, then we take the other path. So then we get to enjoy. We should enjoy the journey. There's never going to be an end to it. Lose this illusion. We're never going to be done. When you're done, you die. So might as well enjoy.
Done.
Wow, Claudia. That drove it home.
I love that.
It's not that I mastered it. No. I just know that it works, and I had times where it worked just like a charm, and I have days where nothing works, believe me.
Yeah, you know what? That's a part of it, I think. And I think that, I'm in a unique situation because I'm in a sales position. So I have access to a lot of people who who you would think would be open to the opportunity, but it doesn't always come up. But I think what I've done in the past and what I do now has prepared me for the no's that you experience in doing this, which I just am starting to realize also. I'm starting to realize a lot now, but I don't want to stay on the phone only because I have kids in the car and somebody's going to say something at some point. So I'm going to clone it, but I'm going to mute myself. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to have to hang up because somebody's texting me and she wants to sign up right now. So
Go ahead, Lisa. Yeah, Lisa, we're going to wrap up in a second anyway.
What's that?
I said we're going to wrap up in a second anyway. Go do your thing.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, good night, Lisa. Cool. So, does anyone have anything else to share quickly because I just want to tell you what my thoughts are in moving forward with our group, and then we can just wrap it up. Okay. So please, if you're struggling, if you're doubting yourself, just reach out to me. I'll be around tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. I'm going overnight to Woodstock, so I won't be so available Saturday to Sunday early in the day, but we need to, talk. Really, tomorrow would be great. Tomorrow night, later tonight after 9:30 is fine too. My point is, I don't want you to just be out there thinking, like giving up, throwing your hands up if you're not feeling like you're going to make it. As I said earlier in the call, my intention is that we're all going to stay in the group together. And so that's my intention. My thought is that moving forward next week, we will actually set weekly goals. We'll create more of an accountability kind of situation where we can really declare what we want, what our intention is for the next week, so that when we come together, we can just share what's working, what's not working, and really just continue to lock arms and make this happen. Cool?
Yes.
Okay, great. So thank you again for showing up, and I will post this recording for those who did not get a chance to be on live tonight, and reach out for anything if I can help you, and we will be back in touch with this group next Wednesday. So have a great night, everybody, and stay warm. Alrighty, be well, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Hi, guys.
Good night, everybody.